What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. So today an animal one. Haven't done an animal one in a while. So it's a lion. I know I have a lion done already, but this is a roaring lion. So with the teeth and everything. Yeah, just like an angry lion. So we're going to start with the eyes as usual. Well, not as usual, I don't really... It varies. We're starting with the eyes. I recommend a pencil for this and hit pause if I go too fast. So I'm up in the top half of my page and I'm just going to start with the top right eyelid. So we're just going to curve this line across like so. Okay, like that. And then in under here, we're going to put in his iris. Curving like so. And then the pupil in the center there. Just a circle inside there. You can make it bigger, smaller. Like so. So then the bottom eyelid, so it sort of comes in here a little bit first, and then we're going to bring it down like so, and then it's just going to go underneath this eye and then back up out the other side, and it's going to come out to a point out here like so. And then like all in here is black, so dark black all inside. And you could even bring a little bit of darkness across the top of the eye, just to make him look a bit more angry. Like so. So this black portion kind of curves up around his brow here as well, so kind of spikes up like that. So that's kind of the general shape we have for the eye. So we're going to come over and then do the other eye. So they're quite a distance apart, the eyes. You could probably fit two eyes in between here. So if the length of this eye, you could fit two of them across before the next eye starts. So we start just about here, quite far apart, and this comes up and over again, like that. It has a part that sticks up on the side here as well. It's kind of like a little hook here. And then the iris and pupil underneath. So we do that sort of half circle, semicircle, just there. And we do his pupil inside. Like so. And then the bottom eyelid line, so it spikes out here a little bit, comes down, comes across right underneath his iris, and back up the other side, like so, and it's all dark black inside here again. And you could bring it across the top of his pupil and eye here as well. And thicken up this sort of dark section here as well, like so. Right, so he's snarling and growling, so he has kind of bumps coming across his nose. So we've got like one coming across here. Bump there, kind of comes across the middle, goes up the other side, out into towards his eye on that side as well. Like so. And then we have another bump underneath, just here. So these kind of come down in ridges all along the side of his nose. And they can be kind of scratchy, hairy, sketchy lines, you know, because it's a hairy animal, so like that. So that's what we got so far. So we're going to keep sort of bumping down around. So we have a bump here, and then this bumps again like this. This bump will come down a bit longer as well, and then maybe one more here, like so. Might bring a wrinkle or two in towards his nose. And now this is going to come down for his snout all the way around. So he's got that sort of cat-like big mouth. So it's going to come around like so. Real big, both sides. Coming up, and then comes down the other side. And around, like so. So that's the kind of shape we're going for. And then in here we have his nose. So the nose is the top of it, so we have a bump coming in this way, like so. Bumps down, bumps up, back down like that. So it's like a stretched out letter M, or the handle of a bow and arrow, similar sort of shape. And then the nostrils, so we're going to do a curved line here, down like that. And we'll do another one, say here, like so. Then this comes down to like a point, so it comes down to like here. And this is the pink section of his nose. Might be a line up the middle. So his nose as well is surrounded by sort of these dark skin sections. So we have a part that comes up here, and a part that comes up this side, right there. And then these are going to come down by his nose, like this, and curve around the bottom of his top lip, just here. And then kind of like the inside of the eyes, all in here is dark black. Okay, so there's a few extra wrinkles then around that, so coming up and around here, sort of curved line, and then up and around here, another one, and maybe coming out the side here. And this one, kind of coming across the front of his nose, just here. Maybe some lines coming around there. And then we have those dots for his whiskers coming in this direction. So coming in towards his nose, coming in this way, like so. And they kind of get bigger down here. Nearly even a line, nearly like joined together sometimes. And another one here. And we do that over here as well. And that's his snout. Okay, so so his bottom jaw area, that's open, big wide open mouth. So it's going to come down like so. So this is like the black section of his gums. And then we have like a hairy chin. So it comes down this side. And then we'll bring it down here too. Like this. Open real wide. Like that. So then this curve so real long. And it'll go down and around, join the other side. So much longer than you would think it is, but it's the whole mouth area, and then his chin is like down here. So the teeth, big sharp fangs. They're kind of round at the top, they're not real pointy. There's one there. Next one here. So, and then he's got like 6 small teeth coming across the top. So, round, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These outside ones seem to be bigger. Like that. And then it's sort of dark up here. Like so. And then the bottom teeth. So these fangs we can kind of see down below. We can kind of see behind them a little bit because his jaw is down. So these kind of curve up this way a little bit more. And then we bring it back down this side. And in. So these have a tooth over them. So this line doesn't join together. On this side at least it doesn't anyway. And then we have another tooth. So small ones again, kind of small round ones. Just here. Nearly just like circles, but kind of jaggedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Down there. And then the next big fang just here. So we curve it this way up to the point just there. And then the tongue. So curves up into here, like so. This side curves up and around into there. And then coming across the front here. Like so, and you could have a line or two going down like that. And then of course all in here is in shadow. It's dark black, and his gums are dark black as well, except for maybe 1 or 2 white highlights. So if you left, I'll draw it in. So we're going to leave like a strip of white, just like here, maybe one here, and a strip of white coming across this side and here. And then the rest is black, and there's kind of shadow that comes down on top of the tongue, but we'll color that black first. Okay, so I just added some hatching and shadows onto the tongue. You could leave it white if you just wanted to color it, but I thought I'd add some hatching while I was doing the shadow. I just made it darker at the top and a little bit darker along the side. That's all. And I'm going to add just a few sort of cracks in his teeth and stuff. Some texture coming down here. Totally optional, of course. Like so. Right, so the rest of his face up here. So we're going to add a line just underneath the eye, kind of an eyelid line, just here. Like so. And then another one around here. So it can be a kind of a hairy line if you want it. And then the rest of the head. So coming out from about the middle of his snout here, we're going to do a hairy, spiking sort of line that goes up and around, like this. Kind of a sketchy sort of line to make it look a bit hairy, coming up around his head. And when you get to about the middle, it's going to curve down into here. Right? Down to about there, and then it'll come back up the other side. So you're going for like an arrow or a letter Y, just there, and then you bring it around the other side. This is what we're going for the shape of the head, okay? And then this is going to come in around here as well. Like so. Don't worry if they're not perfectly symmetrical on both sides. They don't have to be. And then there's some, we'll finish the wrinkles just on top of his nose here. So we've a curving wrinkle here, and then two more bumps underneath. Like this, kind of like a triple stack of ice cream, just there. And then we have some more lines just above his eye. So kind of a wrinkling sort of line just here. And then this comes around for that black sort of part above their eye. A lot of big cats have this. And then you can maybe add a top sort of eyelid line there. And this might come a bit higher actually, just here. And then we'll do something similar over this side. So top eyelid line here, comes up around for the whisker section. I'm calling it a whisker section because there's little whiskers that stick out of them. And then top eyelid, just there. And you can bring this up maybe a little bit further. And maybe a bump or two on the forehead, just up here. Just sort of folds for hair and fur and stuff, just up here. Like so. And one more line just down here for his cheek, looks like. Like so. Right, nearly there. So, right, so his sort of his jaw. So this is like the mouth portion. So we have his chin and his jaw. So we're going to do a, let's say, hairy sort of line, spiking down sort of this way. Can be real sketchy. Doesn't have to be super accurate. Coming down, and we're going to put his chin down here as well. So kind of a hairy chin. Kind of like this. And then it'll go back up the other side as well. like so. Okay, so the mane, right, so we can see sort of, we'll do his ears and the main part of his hair. So let's see. So just where's the ears? Just about here. So just about across from his forehead here, you're gonna see his ear sticking out from here. And it just kind of curves down around like so. There might be an extra dark section inside that. There's all sort of fur lines sticking up off it, so sticking up above it here. So there's like mane, so lines for his mane, sort of hairy lines sticking up, covering some portions of it. Just here, coming up this way. Coming down around it, like that. And of course, real big, obviously. Like this. The other ear, of course, over the other side, pretty much same sort of deal. Curving around like so. And down into there, and then you could do a dark section inside. And then some hair covering it. Some of his mane coming down this way. So lots of big spiking mane lines. You don't have to be too careful. You're just getting the hair growing this way. That's all you're going for. And then it kind of comes in towards his chin then. Goes underneath it. All down. So, and you just keep filling it in with spikes and hairlines. You know, they could go down, but every now and then you could have one that kind of maybe sticks up. You know, bit of variety. Some smaller ones up here, maybe. Right now, he looks like he's bald. So if you wanted to stop here, you'd have a bald line. 2 tutorials in one. How to draw a bald line. Sorry, I make jokes to myself when I'm drawing. Sometimes I forget there's actually people listening to me, which can be dangerous. So we keep going up around his ear, like so. Right, and then, so at the top, so we kind of have a part in the middle of his hair, just here. So some kind of center section, like that. And then the hair that kind of grows up and around his head. So you can go real neat, kind of classic Mufasa, you can go messy, you know, whatever way you want. I'll just go classic sort of, we'll find the top of his head and bring it down around like so. Real sort of stylish. You know, he's just been to the hairdressers. But most realistic sort of lines can have fairly crazy, messy sort of manes sticking right up and off in all different directions, you know? Because it doesn't really bother them what way their hair is. What am I talking about? Right, so you keep doing that until you're happy. And then, do not forget to add whiskers, because I always forget to add the whiskers. I think I've forgotten my last line drawing to draw the whiskers. So, like I said, there's a couple of small ones just here. Like 2 or 3. Like so. And then the big ones are here. So, just, they're normally white. So if you were coloring, obviously you'd color the line and then do the whiskers last, like in white pen or whatever is your choice of color. Of course, if it's a pencil sketch, you know, there'd be bits of shading on them, a bit of grey. Or, you know, it's up to you, really. However you feel, it's your drawing. This should only be like a starting point, you know. If you're trying to learn how to draw, or if you want to just take the line image itself and then add color to it, sketch it, you know, it's totally up to you. Use these tutorials whatever way you want. I'm so jealous. I didn't have, YouTube wasn't even a thing when I was learning how to draw when I was in college. And well, it was there when I was in college, but it wasn't like as good as it is now. It definitely wasn't there when I was in school. Like when I was a teenager and stuff. You just have to like pause your TV and try and draw that stuff. Pause your videotapes. Yeah. Videotapes. Oh man, I'm old. Okay, I think that's enough. So, there you go. How to draw a snarling or roaring lion. Hope it was helpful. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see any more animals in the future, and I will try my best to get to it. Because the animal ones kind of take a bit longer to prepare and stuff, but hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching as normal, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.